right now. As you watch this, missiles are falling, airports shut, oil prices shaking. The Strait of Hormuz, the throat of the world's oil supply, choked. Over 700 civilians dead. Missiles striking Tel Aviv. The entire Middle East on fire. Everyone is asking, how did it come to this? God already answered that question. 3,000 years ago, there was a king, the most powerful military leader of his age. His army had never lost. He crushed empires. He burned cities. He believed no God, no force, no people on earth could stop him. His name was Sennacherib, and God called him by a different name entirely. God called him a tool. The year is 701 BC. Sennacherib, king of Assyria, is the most feared ruler alive. His empire stretches from modern-day Iraq to the edges of Egypt. Nation after nation has surrendered. He's already destroyed Babylon. He's leveled entire cities. His own records say, I am powerful. I am preeminent. I am heroic. Sound familiar? He surrounds Jerusalem, the last city standing, and he sends a messenger to the gates with one message. No God has ever saved any nation from my hand. What makes you think your God is different? That, right there, is the sin. Not just the war, not just the bloodshed, the pride, the belief that power answers to no one. King Hezekiah of Jerusalem doesn't panic. He doesn't negotiate. He goes to the temple and spreads Sennacherib's threatening letter before God. He basically says, you see this, you handle it. And God speaks through the prophet Isaiah, and what he says is one of the most devastating responses in all of Scripture. Because you rage against me, and your insolence has reached my ears, I will put my hook in your nose, and I will make you return the way you came. God is saying, you thought you were the hunter. You were always the animal on my leash. That night, one night, 185,000 Assyrian soldiers died in their camp. The siege over. Sennacherib retreats. He never takes Jerusalem. And then, his own sons assassinate him in his own temple while he's worshiping his own God. The most powerful man alive, killed by his children in his own house of worship. So what is the sin here? It is not just war. Wars happen. The sin is pride dressed as power. The belief that if you are strong enough, you answer to no one. Not international law. Not civilian lives. Not God himself. And here is where it gets uncomfortable. Because that spirit does not belong to any one nation. It is not an Iranian sin. It is not an American sin. It is not an Israeli sin. It is a human sin. Proverbs 16, verse 18. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Every empire that believed it was the final answer has fallen. Babylon, Assyria, Rome, the British Empire, every single one. The Iran-Israel war is not just a geopolitical crisis. It is a spiritual mirror. It is showing us, again, what happens when nations choose the pride of power over the humility of peace. When negotiations are abandoned. When civilians become bargaining chips. When men convince themselves that winning is worth any cost. God did not destroy Sennacherib because he was Assyrian. He destroyed him because he bowed to no one. And that warning is not just for presidents, not just for generals. It is for you. Where in your life are you refusing to bow? Where is your pride, costing the people around you more than you are willing to admit? Because the same God who put a hook in Sennacherib's nose is still watching. History doesn't repeat itself. Sin does. If this hit different, subscribe. Every week we connect what is happening in the world right now to what God already said about it thousands of years ago. And drop a comment below. Which world leader today reminds you most of Sennacherib? I read every single one.